Okay, yeah. In the previous one, we have talked about that why do we split the data in the machine learning. Now we are gonna see the what is machine learning and what its type of machine learning. Okay, so what is machine learning? First, we need to understand what is machine learning. Okay, according to the book, I have opened it in the front of my laptop. So, what it's saying that machine learning is about extracting knowledge from the data. Okay, so as I told you about in the previous one, that we split the data, so we have some kind of like the data we in our hands, and we have some data in the our beside, so we can predict whether our the model is predicting good or not. Okay, so according to the book, what is machine learning is like there are like many definition of machine learning. Like it can't be what kind of one. So machine learning is about extracting extracting knowledge from the data. That was what does the data want to say to us, like what kind of a data it is. Okay, from the data. Okay, from data. Yeah, this is one. And if we say another thing, then what machine learning is? Machine learning is the science and art of programming computers so they can learn from the data. What it is machine learning is a science. Machine learning is a science and art of programming programming computers computers so they can learn from data. So they can learn from data. Okay, both definition has its own meaning. Like if you want to say that the first one to say that in machine learning, what do we do? We do that we split the data. We what do we do? That we extract the data. That what does the data want to say to us? And then the second one, what we see is what does it want to say that in this machine learning is a science or art. It is a kind of art in which we program computers. Okay, so we have sort of computer which we program so they can learn from the data, then what kind of data it is. Okay, so this is what is machine learning according to the book. If you want to say, then you can have in your own words, because don't have a like perfect definition for it. According to the Arthur Simville, who was like one of the creator of machine learning, say machine learning is a field of study that gives computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Okay, so who is Arthur Simville? Arthur Simville, one of those like people who person, a celebrity, who not kind of celebrity, but the person who was involved in the machine learning, whose hand was the major on the machine learning. Okay, so what does he say is machine learning? Machine learning machine learning is the field is a field is the field of study that gives computers gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed explicitly programmed. So this is one of the definition given by the Arthur Samwell, who was one of the like major person who involved in the creation of machine learning. Like so machine learning is nothing but either it is a subset of artificial intelligence. You would have wondered. I'm won't be surprised that you don't know about AI. Like you would have heard somewhere like this is AI and we are gonna like be and okay no okay so yeah. So what is AI? AI in the sense like it is a subset of AI. So machine learning comes under AI. Okay. AI is a very vast field in which we learn about machine learning, in which what machine learning is a subset of AI, in which what we do that we have some sort of data and we extract that what does that data want to say to us. Okay. This is machine learning. Okay. Now we have a type of machine learning. Okay, we also have a type of machine learning I have mentioned in above. Okay, so I have explained you that what machine learning is actually. Now we will see what is the type of machine learning. Okay, so the first we are gonna say C is supervised machine learning. Okay, what is supervised machine learning? And the second one is unsupervised machine learning, and the third one is reinforcement machine learning. Okay, so the widely and the most majorly used type of machine learning is supervised machine learning. What it is? It is supervised machine learning. We're gonna see what the supervised machine learning is. Supervised machine learning. Okay, so in the supervised machine learning, what is supervised machine learning? Okay, so let's suppose we have some sort of data. Let's suppose this is the X, the input feature, and Y, the label. Okay, so feature and label. Okay, we have some feature which will be the input in the data and input in the model, and we have some like sort of output that we were gonna get if we trained our model perfectly, so it can give us the correct and perfect prediction. Let's suppose we have some data. So what we can say that, let's suppose that you are a student, that obviously you are, and what if you don't study? Okay, what if you don't study? You're gonna fail. Okay, you're gonna fail. But what you have studied every day for like 4 or 5, or like let's suppose 2 to 3 hours, then the chances of being fail in the exam is very less. It's obvious, like you're not gonna fail in the exam until unless you won't have written the answer. This is another case. But what you have studied every day, like every day in the exam you sit and you give the paper very like sincerely, so what the result gonna be? Yeah, you're gonna like have some good marks, like around 80 to 90%. Okay, so yeah, this is simple. If you give the input sincerely, okay, you do the work very good, okay, and then what the output will be? The output will be a good thing, will be good. Okay, and if you don't do the things which has been told, then you will have end up with getting some uh bad result. So this is what it is. But supervised machine learning, in which that we have some sort of data and we have the final result, so we have to train our model in a way that it gives the prediction that what we have from in our the data set. Okay, so let's suppose we have a data like 10, then there will be like 5, we have 15, and it will be like 6, 20, and we have 3, and let's suppose 60, and we have 7. So we have to give our model these features, that with these features you have to predict that you will get these numbers. Okay, you will get these numbers. Okay, you will get these numbers. So what in the supervised machine learning we do is that we give the model some data. Okay, we give the model some data, and it predicts what gonna be the result. Okay, it predicted what the result gonna be. Okay, yeah. In the unsupervised machine learning, supervised machine learning unsupervised machine learning, we don't have the output. Yeah, we don't have the given output, and we have to predict whether the model predicted and this is one kind of a problem in which we have to think about what the output is correct or wrong. We need to like give a lot of time to devote our time to find whether our result is good or not. Okay, so this is the unsupervised machine learning. And the third thing is reinforcement machine learning. The third thing is reinforcement machine learning, like one of the you haven't even heard about it, like. Yes, so what reinforcement machine learning is? Reinforcement machine learning is very like similar to like a newborn baby. Yeah, it is a kind of a newborn baby who don't know anything about it. Okay, so let's suppose you don't know about that there is a glass. Okay, and you don't know that uh, if you throw it, it will break. You don't know if you throw, there is a vase. Okay, let's suppose there is a vase. Let me draw my drawing, and there is a vase. Okay, this is the table. You have kept the vase in it, and it has some sort of flower in it. This is this. You don't know that if you throw it in the ground, it will break it. Okay, it will break, and you will end up having some kind of like shorting from your parents and all the thing. But what do we do actually in this reinforcement machine learning? That we do hit and trial method. What do we do? That we do hit and trial method. If we give input and the input is bad, then we're not gonna use that result. we'll move to another result. Okay, so let's suppose we have a vase and we throw it and it broke. So we not so we have learned that we never gonna throw the vase again because it has been broke, and like this is a damage for us, and we have some kind of thing that we should not do it. Okay, so we give some input and the input gave us very wrong result, so we're not never gonna going to the result with the result. So we'll use the another thing which is another hitting like, so let's suppose you have a ball and you throw the ball to the ground. Now the ball didn't broke, but or like had any damage to you, but you got something that you don't have to throw vase, but you can throw ball, but you can't throw the vase because it broke. It can be broke. It can broke. Okay. So now you have a ball and you can throw, so you have a good result in it. Okay, so what will you learn that if you throw a ball on the ground, you're not going to get any kind of damage, any like single kind of damage, until unless you throw it to the wall and it bounces back to you and it like damages or like to your eye. Okay, so yeah, this is the thing in which in the reinforcement what do we do actually, that we have some hit and trial method. If we fail to one thing, like let's suppose you touch the fire and like flame and it damages you, then you're never gonna touch the flame which is burning in the like corner of the room. So yeah, this is the one thing. Let's summarize what we have learned, that three type of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, supervised, unsupervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Reinforcement. In supervised, we have the output, we have output from the earlier. Okay, so we haven't given the output, and in the unsuper so what do? We give our model the input, and we have to predict whether our model is predicting the same value, same amount which has been given before. Okay, in the supervised machine learning, what we do, we don't have some kind of like data from result. Okay, so we have result in it. Yes, we have the result. We can take the bot. We don't have the result. What gonna the result gonna be, we don't know. Okay, and the third thing is reinforcement, which is an hit and trial method. Hit and trial method. Okay, which is an hit and trial method. We are gonna directly do what we have been told, and if we get any kind of damage, we're not never gonna use that because it's bad for us. Okay, so yeah, this is three kind of machine learning, and we have to like study a lot of things in it. In the super machine learning, sorry, in the supervised, later it's also divided into further part. Like in the super machine learning, you have two things, which is regression and classification. It is a like very very vast topic, like regression classification. If I give you any kind of sort of little idea about what classification and regression is, like regression is a like continuous, in which you have the data which is continuous. Okay, we don't have like that this is the one thing that cause, let's suppose you are predicting a house price based on its room, its area, what it, then there can be many bedrooms. Okay, there can be bedrooms, there can be bathrooms. You can end up with having more bathrooms than the bedrooms. You can have a hall and many things, like it depends on area, like how the area it is, like how much square feet it is. Okay, so these are all this input. Okay, and you can be like, does the house own a garden or not? Like this is one kind of thing. If you want to have a garden, like back and go to enjoy it. Okay, this can be thing. So regression, you have continuous thing which end up having like a lot of um, input. Okay, but in classification we have to only predict whether the thing is right or not. Okay, yes or no, we can say yes or no. If I give you a pencil and if I say, is it a flower? You're gonna say, no, it's not, because you know what a flower looks like and what a pencil look like. Okay, so this is a classification thing in which what we do is we predict only the input is right or no. Okay, so we can only say yes or no. So we classify the things which has been given. Is it the thing which it is should be, but and it is not, which it should be not. Okay, so yeah. We have summarized all the thing. Now I'll see you in the next one.